Good morning, Boise, Idaho. Jason Allen Carr here, YogaPop, Boise, Idaho. Hey, I'm back in Boise, and I'm at the beautiful Edwards greenhouse. Thank you, Aaron, for setting this space up for me. Edwards is open if you want to come buy some beautiful things to enhance the earth and your space. Come on out to the gorgeous Edwards greenhouse, and thank you so much gratitude to you for allowing me to continue to do yoga here in your space. So appreciative. Let's see. So I haven't done yoga for a few days, so I thought that this morning we would just do a full body stretch, and then our meditation with our white light pull at the beginning. So if you guys are ready and you want to start, let's come on down to the mat. And maybe just find yourself in a comfortable seated position. And just so you know, I wasn't able, good morning, Joy. I wasn't able to get the music going this morning, so I'm not going to have any music for the class, but that's okay. We'll enjoy the silence. We need it, right? Silence our minds. So just find a comfortable seated position, and let's just roll those shoulders back and take the fingers spread wide out to the side. Just take some breaths with our natural breathing pattern here. Just kind of take in your surroundings, take in the sound, take in the feels. Maybe just observe your thoughts, observe what the brain is doing this morning. Maybe it's talking to you from one subject to the other. Just allow those to dissipate as we sit here focusing on our regular breathing pattern, feeling the body and how it moves. And just take a moment and look through the skins of the eyes and notice any energy moving around, any colors sort of fading in and out. Notice the feel of the breath as it moves into the body. Are you breathing in through the nose, or are you inhaling through the mouth? Maybe notice the slight rise of the shoulders as you inhale, and maybe feel the fingertips gently pressing into the mat on the exhale. Just take a moment and feel your skeletal system. Feel the bones in the fingers and the hands, the bones in the arms, shoulders, clavicles, spine, the chest plate and the ribs, that pelvic bone, the bones in the legs, the feet and the toes. And then let's connect a line of white light, illuminating that pelvic bone with the brightest of white lights, and then just feel it slowly flooding into the rest of the skeletal system, lighting up the skeletal system from the inside out. And once you have the whole skeletal system lit up, feel that energy expanding out and that white light from the bone, expanding out from the bone to the underlying layers of the skin, lighting up the body from the inside out. With this, we release any blockages and dis-ease, dramas and traumas within our body. And then feel that energy from within, from the skeletal system. Feel it expanding out from the skeletal system to the underlying layers of the skin, and then feel it moving through the skin. Feel the outer layers of the skin with that energy, and then move it past what appears to be the physical limitations of the body, moving into your aura and beyond. And then let's start to move into a deeper breathing here as you do. Inhale through the nose, feel the belly up. So you want to feel the belly expanding out like you're filling up a balloon. You're going to feel a pause at the top of the breath where you're neither breathing in or breathing out. And then you're going to exhale, bringing everything into the core. Feel the muscles around the rib cage, the side of the body coming into the core. Maybe feel that muscle in between the legs coming up into the belly button. Try to connect with that full body breathing, feeling the full expansion of the body as you inhale. Bringing everything into the core and into the spine on that exhale. Continue with this full body breath, and as you do with your visualization, take your awareness to the pressure points where the body's connected to the earth at the sides of the ankles and the feet and the sit bones, the ends of each fingertip. And from those pressure points, illuminate a bright white light. Maybe feel the white light coming from the body, inside the body, illuminating the white light at these pressure points, and then move it into the earth, creating roots below you like a tree. From the base of the spine, collect a line of energy at the base of the spine in that pelvic bone, and take that energy deep into the earth, past those roots below you like a tree, and take it all the way down around the earth's core. Once you circle up that earth core energy, breathe that energy back up that line and into those roots, coming in through those pressure points and filling the body up like a steam as we cleanse, purge, and purify, feeling the energy rising up through the body, out through the crown of the head. Feel that pause. And on the exhalation, bringing it back down through the crown of the head, sending it into the skull, down the spine, down the arms, out through those pressure points, into those roots, down that line around the earth's core as you breathe it back up through the body. Once again, let's do it 3 times together here, taking the awareness down around that earth's core. On your inhale, breathing in. Exhaling, letting it out. Inhaling through the nose. Exhaling, letting it go. Inhaling through the nose. Gently press the thumb, the forefinger, the middle finger, the ring finger, and the pinky finger into the mat, feeling that energy at the ends of each fingertip, like you've placed your fingertips into sparkling water. Feel that tingling sensation and that white light rising up into the fingertip, feeling it in the pad of the finger and the fingernail. And then feel it expanding out from the bone, lighting up the fingers as it slowly rises up the finger. Feel it slowly pouring into the knuckles. And then feel 5 energy lines, one from each finger, all meeting in the very center of the palm. As the center of the palm heats up, feel it expanding out like a bursting star or a sunburst, moving into the outsides of the hand, the top to the bottom of the hand. Feel it in the muscle underneath the pinky and the thumb. Feel the white light and energy rising up into the wrists, and take it in a circular motion here around the wrist. You can feel it going over the top and the sides and the underside of the wrist with each turn. Bring it to a slow pause and take it in the opposite direction in the wrists. And then feel the energy rising up from the wrist, moving up the bone of the forearm, expanding out from the bone as it slowly rises. Feel it rising up into the elbows and taking it in a circular motion here. As you feel it moving in that circular motion around the elbows, feel that energy from the elbows all the way down to the fingertips like you're wearing long, energetic gloves. Bring it to a slow pause in the elbow, taking it in the opposite direction, feeling that energy here, and then feel it rising up from the elbows, lighting up the bicep and the tricep as it rises up into the shoulders. Feel it going in a circular motion as you rise to the top of the shoulder, as it goes over the shoulder and underneath the armpit with each turn, and feeling and seeing that white light from the shoulders all the way down to the fingertips, into those roots below you. And then feel that white light and energy moving across from the shoulders, across the chest and the clavicles. Take a breath here. Feel it rising up into the front of the neck, the sides and the back of the neck. Feel it rising up into the chin, into the tongue, into the teeth. Feel it rising up the sides of the cheeks as it moves into the lips, into the nose, coming up underneath the eyes. And then feel it circling around the eyes at the temples, moving across the forehead, pausing at the third eye. Look through the skins of the eyes and look up into the third eye here. Take the awareness of the breath to the top of the nose and breathe into the third eye here, allowing us more access to those parts of the brain we're currently detached from. Feel that path of energy from the fingertips, up the arms, across the shoulders, into the neck, up into the third eye, and then feel the white light and energy rising up over the forehead into the hairline, moving into each hair follicle as it moves across the top and the sides of the skull. Feel it sliding down the back of the skull and back into the neck. Take the white light into the right ear and just listen through the right ear. Take the white light into the left ear and just listen through the left ear. Take the white light into the right eye and just look through the skins of the right eye. Take the white light into the left eye and look through the skins of just the left eye. As you look through the skins of both eyes, look up into the third eye. Let's take 3 deep breaths up into the third eye, bringing the awareness to the top of the nose and breathing here. The whole skull lit up with the brightest of whitest lights. Feel that energy on the outside of the skull. Feel it moving through the skin, through the bone, through the brain, and taking it around that pineal gland located in the center of the brain. And then take it in a circular motion, the white light around that pineal gland, allowing it to open, to cleanse, to purify. Take your awareness down around the earth's core. Take a deep breath in, breathing it up the line into those roots, filling the body up with the white light through those pressure points, sending it out through the crown of the head, and then bringing that energy and white light back down through the skull, back into the neck. Feel it pouring into the upper chest and the upper back as it slides down the spine. Feel it pouring down the sides of the body from underneath the armpits, as it goes through the lungs, under and over each rib, as it works its way down to the very bottom of the rib, the mid-back and the mid-chest. Feel that energy and white light pouring down into the belly and into the lower back. And then take it in a circular motion here. This is where we hold a lot of stress, anxiety, self-doubt, anger, and fear, and just allow all those feelings that do not serve us or our physical bodies or all of consciousness to be cleared away as you take it in a circular motion here. Feel the energy spinning around the waist. It feels like you're moving a hula hoop around the waist. Bring it to a slow pause at the waist and take it in the opposite direction. Feel that energy and white light pouring down from the waist into that pelvic bone, coming around the glutes to the top of the thigh and the hamstring, and then feeling it spinning in a circular motion here at the top of the leg. And then feel it pouring into those thick muscles of the upper thigh, lighting up the femur bone, lighting up that hamstring as it pours down the inner and outer thighs. Feel it pouring down the leg, moving into those thick muscles above the knees, and then feel it pouring into the knee, and then taking it in a circular motion here. Bring it to a slow pause in the knee and take it in the opposite direction. And then feel that energy in the knee pouring down that shin bone, lighting up the calf muscles as it works its way down the lower part of the leg. And then feel it pouring into the ankles and taking it in a circular motion here as it goes round and round the ankle. Bring it to a slow pause and take it in the opposite direction in the ankles. And as you feel it spinning around the ankle, feel it pouring down from the ankle into the heel. As it fills up the heel with that white light and energy, feel it rising like a rainbow in the under and over arch of the foot. As it pours into the balls of the feet, feel that tingling sensation and that energy slowly rising up from the ball of the foot up into the big toe, feeling it in the pad of the toe and the toenail, and then following in kind with the second toe, the third toe, the fourth toe, and the pinky toe. Sit slightly up straight, honoring the energy moving through the body. See the energy sending it out through the crown of the head, out into the universe. Feel it going down the spine and out through those pressure points on the body, into those roots, down that line around the earth's core. Keep the awareness here down around the earth's core, breathing together 3 times. Inhaling here, bringing it up that line into those roots, filling the body up, cleansing, purging, and purifying to the gene core cell level, taking it up through the crown of the head, and on the exhalation, out through those pressure points, releasing any blockages or dis-ease. Take one last deep. As you exhale, press the fingertips into the mat. And inhale, bring the hands up over the head. Reach up, maybe wiggle the fingertips at the top. Exhale, bring the hands back down. As you touch the mat, engage with the white light. As you inhale, come up. Exhale, hands back down. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, hands down. As you engage with the hands on the mat, inhale, bring the hands up, bring the palms together, and then feel that energy as you rub the palms together. Visualize it showering down over the outside of the body. Feel that heat and tingling sensation increasing. And then as you look through the skins of the eyes, bring the palms of the hands to the face. See the energy through the skins of the eyes, and then feel it penetrating through the skin to the back of the skull. Let's take a deep breath together here. Take the hands over the ears and take a deep breath here. Hands to heart center. Press the thumbs gently against the chest plate. Feel the heartbeat. Feel the energy, the tingling sensation, and the warmth in the palms of the hands with that energy. Take a deep breath here at heart center. Take the hands 6 to 12 inches apart in front of the body, feeling the energy here. As you bring the palms apart, you can feel the energy. It's like you're pulling on a taffy. As you bring the palms together, you can feel the tingling increase, the heat in the center of the palm of the hand increasing. And then take your awareness to the chest plate, and as you take the hands apart, feel the chest opening through the bone into the heart center to open up the heart to give and receive more love. Starting with ourselves first, so we can authentically share that love with others. And then bring the palms about 4 inches apart and make a circular motion here, feeling the energy here. It should feel like you're holding the back of 2 magnets together. Visualize you're massaging this ball of energy, maybe expanding that energy out from the fingers and the hands into the heart center. Bring it to a slow pause and take it in the opposite direction. Back and forth in front of the heart. Take the palms face up on the knees, lengthening the spine, sitting up nice and straight, honoring this energy as you look through the skins of the eyes. See and feel your body sitting where you are sitting here on this earth. Step back and see your visualization of you sitting on the earth. Create a line of energy from your third eye to all of humanity on this planet. Visualize holding onto this large ball of white light and energy. And remember that energy never dies. It only changes its vibration or form to allow for different experiences, and not knowing who or what will come in contact with this energy. Take a deep breath in here, sending the energy out over the head. Exhaling, bringing the hands back down to the side. Just pause. Observe. Observe the silence. Observe the sound. Observe the workings of the mind. And remember that you're the observer of the mind, that you are not those thoughts. And then let's gently take our legs out to a V shape. Once you have those legs out to a V shape, let's press ourselves up and forward, and then let's just flex the toes back and forth here. As you go back and forth, maybe feel the heel massaging on the mat. And then flex the toes towards the face, enough so that you bring those heels up off of the mat. You're squeezing the muscle to the bone in the legs, and then relax it. and then flex it again. This time bring the hands up over the head. Let's take a deep breath in, squeezing the muscle to the bones and the legs, and on your exhale, relax the legs as you slowly come forward. You have several options here. You can bring those hands out in front of you. You can take them out to the ankles, or you can bring them back behind you. I like to bring them back behind me with the palms face up, and then just allow your body to gently move forward. Allow gravity to work with your physical body. So we're not forcing ourselves down, we're just relaxing ourselves down. You can play with these stretches a little bit if you want on your inhalations, flexing the toes towards the face, really squeezing the muscle to the bone in the legs, and then relaxing it on your exhalation, allowing yourself to go further forward. One day, bringing that nose to touch. We're taking nice deep breaths here in our stretching practice today. Bring those hands to a comfortable position in front of you, and then we're just going to gently rise up through the body, coming back into itself, taking your time, coming back up to the top. And then bring your left foot to the inside of your right thigh. We're going to inhale up at center, twist at the waist towards that right foot, and then take one hand on either side of the right foot as you focus on bringing the nose towards the knee. Maybe lift your right hip up and replant it, finding a nesting spot to allow yourself to gently bring that nose towards the knee. And then wherever you're at here, just pay attention to where your right hand is. You want your right hand on the outside of that right leg or that right foot. You want your left hand to the outside of that right leg or that right foot. You're going to lift your left shoulder. So we're looking underneath our left armpit. If you don't have the flexibility quite yet to be all the way down here, bring yourself all the way up. Find a spot for your right arm. Bring your left arm overhead. Bring your chin in alignment and do it from here. So what we're doing is we're taking deep breaths into that upper right rib cage and that, that left upper rib cage and that left lower back. As you inhale, you're going to feel it expanding out. As you exhale, relax your left knee and your left hip towards the floor. You can bring your right palm in front of you. This allows you to drop your right shoulder to go a little bit deeper. Take those deep breaths here. And then bring both hands to the outside of that right leg or that right foot. You're going to lean forward, resting your left ear on that left bicep or your left shoulder, lifting your right hip up and pressing it back here. Feel the stretch.
I'll take a picture.
And then slowly come back up. We're going to bring the nose back towards that knee one last time.
Right.
And then gently slide the hands up that right leg. Lean over to your right. Take that right, or your left. Take that right leg back. Point that right toe away. And then we're just going to pause here for a minute. Just kind of settle in. And then we're just going to gently walk the hands forward in front of us. As you do, you can gently press away from the palms of the hands to set those hips towards the heels. And then walk those hands all the way over to your left. Lean into your right shoulder as you gently press away from the palms, sending the hips towards the heels. Come back to center, take those hands all the way over to the right, lean into that left shoulder, pressing away from the palms. And then gently walking the hands back towards the body. We're going to get a chest opener here, so roll those shoulders back. Let's come up on the fingertips. Take the thumbs facing towards the knees and really work into your chest. And then once you feel comfortable and you feel like you're opening up the chest here, feeling that stretch on the pectoral muscles, rest your head in between the shoulder blades. Deep breaths. And then slowly come back up. We're gonna lean back into the palms of our hands. We're gonna lift our hips up, take your right hip up, come back to center, and then come all the way down. I'm gonna move forward just a little bit, and then we're just going to work our way back. So if this is a space for you, lift those hips and then come down, you can stay right here. If you want to go deeper into the stretch, we're gonna come down onto our forearms. Where we're feeling the stretch here is you're feeling it on the top of that right leg. So we're reaching out through that right knee and we're stretching out that right ankle. If you're down here, lift the hips, right hip comes up, come back to center. If you want to take full expression, lower yourself all the way down. Maybe bring the hands up over the head. Again, we're reaching out through that right knee, feeling that deep stretch and lengthening on the muscle on the top of the right leg and that right ankle. If you find that your right knee comes up like this, you can place a blanket, a bolster, or a pillow underneath to allow yourself to press yourself into it until you receive that flexibility to take it all the way. If you do come all the way down, and if it serves you, you can move your body all the way over to the left. Hands up over the head. Feel that stretch all along the right hand side as you press that right knee towards the floor. Come back to center. Take the body all the way over to the right. Hands up over the head, feeling that stretch all along that left hand side. Maybe lift the right hip up a little bit. Taking the right knee towards the floor, that feels good here. Relaxing it back down. And then we're gonna come back to center. As you come back to center, take the palms face up next to the body. Gently release that right leg out to straight. Release that left leg out to straight. And then let's put on our squeeze pants. So squeeze the glutes. Flex the toes towards the knees. Reach out through the heels. Squeeze the muscle to the bone of the legs. Wiggle around, feels good. Squeeze the glutes a little bit tighter so you're fully engaged with your squeeze pants from the waist all the way down to the bottoms of the feet. Let's take a breath here. On your exhale, take off your pants and relax the lower body. Release those squeeze pants. And then wiggle around. Walk the heels towards the glutes. Slowly come up on your right hand side and we'll take it to the other side. Right foot comes to the inside of that left foot. We're going to inhale up at center, twist towards that left leg, one hand on either side of that left foot as you bring the nose towards the knee. Maybe lift the hip and replant it, kind of nesting down into your space. And then just stretch and breathe here. Take your right hand to the outside of that left foot, taking the same variation that you took on that opposite side. You're going to lift your right shoulder, looking underneath your right armpit. Take your left palm in front of you, allowing that left shoulder to drop. What we're doing here now is breathing deep into that right upper rib cage and that right lower back. On our exhalations, we're relaxing our right knee and our right hip towards the floor. And then let's take those hands to the outside of that left leg or that left foot. Right ear rests on that right bicep or shoulder. As you lean forward, lifting your left hip up and pressing it back here, feeling that stretch. And then slowly bring that nose back towards the knee. And then gently slide the hands up that left leg. Lean over to the right. Take that left leg back, pointing it away, pointing that toe away. And then let's come up straight for just a moment. I'm having a cramp. And then we're just gonna slowly come forward, walking the body forward. You can gently press away from the palms of the hands, pressing the hips towards the heels once again. Gently walk the hands all the way over to the right. Lean into that left shoulder as you press away from the palms, sending the hips towards the heels. And then walk the hands back to center. Take those hands all the way over to the left. Lean into your right shoulder, pressing away from the palms, sending the hips towards the heels. And then gently walk the hands back towards the body. We're going to get another chest opener here. This time, let's lean into our hands with the fingertips pointing towards the knees. Let's maybe lift the hips and then replant. And then gently press into the palms, straightening nice columned arms, getting deep into that chest plate, resting the head in between those shoulder blades once again. And then gently coming all the way back up. We're gonna lean back down. As you do, lift those hips up, take the left hip up a little bit higher, and then replant, come all the way down. You can stay right here if this is where you're at in your practice. If you want to take it deeper, you can come down onto those forearms. If you come down onto those forearms, lift the hips once again, take the left hip a little bit higher, come back to center, replant it, and then when you're ready, if you can, take it all the way by lowering the body all the way back down, bring the hands up over the head. So what we're doing here on this side is we're taking that right knee towards the floor. So you're feeling a deep stretch on the top of that right thigh, taking the right knee to the floor, stretching out the top of your left ankle. If it serves you, gently walk that upper body all the way over to the left. And then come back to center. Take the upper body all the way over to the right. Take the hands up over the head. Feel that stretch all along that left-hand side. And then bring the upper body back up to center. Pause for just a moment. And then when you're ready, we're going to put on those squeeze pants. So we're going to take our left leg out to straight. Take that right leg out to straight. As you do, squeeze the muscle to the bone of the leg. Squeeze the glutes in tight. Toes as close to those knees as you can. Heels up off the mat as you reach out through the heels, squeezing the body from the waist down. Feel your squeeze pants for 3, 2, squeeze harder, 1, relax. Take your squeeze pants off. And then wiggling around feels good after that. Heels come to the glutes. Let's roll the body back up once again. Let's open up our hips, move into a frog pose. So let's take those knees out as wide as you can. You want to tuck the pelvic bone backwards. So if you want to feel a C curve. So if you don't feel a C curve, you're tucking it in the wrong direction. Look back. Make sure that your right knee is lined up with your left ankle. Make sure your right knee is lined up with your right ankle. The foot is flat. So if you're up against the wall, be flat against the baseboard. Take those hands in front of you, shoulder length apart, and then tuck the pelvic bone back. And then just feel the stretch here. What we're doing as we inhale into our bellies, we're feeling the belly dropping, feeling that energy moving down the inner thighs towards the knees, feeling the glutes expanding away. As you exhale, you're drawing all of that energy back up the inner thighs. Maybe squeeze that muscle in between the legs, bringing it up into the belly button. So it's the breath that's creating that space in our hips. And then feel your the sides of your biceps and your triceps on your rib cage. And then we're going to bend those elbows just like we would in a chaturanga, pressing away from the palms, keeping the hips towards the heels as we slowly bring the right ear all the way towards the floor. Elbows are in tight. Breathe here as you drop the belly. Feel the whole body expanding out on that inhalation, bringing everything tight into the core on the exhalation. Elbows in, gently pressing the palms of the hands, slowly coming up like a slow motion push-up, and then bending those elbows, taking the left ear towards the floor as we even out that neck, feeling that deep stretch of the hips here. Elbows in, gently press through the palms, slowly coming back up. Lean slightly forward as you do. Bring the big toes together and then press your hips all the way towards the heels. Bring the upper body all the way towards the floor, third eye to the mat. And then gently press into the palms, slowly coming up. We're going to pause up at the top here for just a moment. Feel the stretch. Take a couple breaths. And then lean into the palms of those hands. Gently bring those legs back together. Let's come around to the back of our mat. Let's do a tortoise pose. If you saw my post this morning, with that cute little turtle with a smile. Let's do the same thing. Let's honor that turtle right here. Let's bring our knees together. Feels really good after stretching, doing that frog pose. Let's inhale, find the breath, hands up over the head. Nice deep breath in. Exhale, hands down. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, hands down to the side. Inhale, bring the hands up, bringing the white light and energy with you. Bring the palms together, cross the thumbs, walk the biceps up the ears, take a slight back bend. On an exhale, hinge at the waist. We want to bring the noses close to the knees as we can. Finger blade, pinkies touch the mat, sliding the body forward. It's an active pose. We're squeezing the thighs as we press the hips towards the heels and reach out through our fingertips. Bring the third eye to the floor if that's in your practice. Engage the core. On a deep breath in, squeeze the thighs, slowly rise, coming all the way back up. Exhale, hands down to the side. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, left hand, right knee. Roll your right shoulder. Look over your right shoulder. Maybe roll the right shoulder if that feels good. Inhale, back up to center. Exhale, right hand, left knee. Roll your left shoulder, looking over your left shoulder here. Inhaling, coming back up to center. Exhale, bring the hands back down to the side. Let's come up onto our knees. Let's come up onto our left knee. As you do, take your right foot out to the side. What we want to do here is press the outside of our right foot into the floor. Bring the hands up over the head. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, take your right hand over your right leg. Bring your chin in alignment with your left shoulder. Check in with your hands. Bring that left palm face down. And then reach as you slide your right hand down that leg. Feel that stretch all along the left-hand side. Keep reaching out to the outside of that right foot. And then slowly come up as you do. Plant your left hand down, line up the shoulders here. Bring your chin in alignment with your right shoulder, reaching up through your right middle finger, reaching out to the outside of that right foot. Right palm down, take that right hand overhead. And then slowly come all the way back up. Take that right hand down that right leg, left hand overhead, doing the same thing as we did before. One more time, coming all the way back up. Left hand comes down, lining up those shoulders. Palms facing forward, and then bring it face down as you bring it up over the head. Take the right shoulder back slightly. Press to the outside of that right foot. And then slowly come all the way back up. Let's take it to the other side. Come onto that right knee. Take that left foot out to the side. We're reaching out to the outside of that left foot. We're going to inhale up at center. And then take that left hand over down that left leg. Right hand comes overhead. Maybe chin in alignment with that right shoulder. Reach up to that right middle finger. Take that right shoulder slightly back. And then slowly come all the way back up. Take that right hand down, line up those shoulders. Bring your chin in alignment with your left shoulder, reaching up to that left middle finger. Take that left palm down over the head. Reach to the outside of your left foot, pressing it towards the floor. Maybe take your left shoulder slightly back. Feel the stretch. Slowly coming all the way back up, sliding that left hand down that left leg, right hand comes overhead. And then come back up one more time, bring that right hand all the way down, line up those shoulders, press to the outside of the left foot, left hand overhead, maybe chin in alignment with your shoulder. And then slowly come all the way back up. Let's pause on the knees for just a moment. And then we're going to come around into a tabletop position. We're going to bring those knees underneath the hips, tops of the feet into the mat, tap them a couple times here. And then curl the toes at center, give them a nice stretch. It's like you're painting the mat with your toes. So you feel the top of the toes sliding on the mat, the bottoms of the toes sliding on the mat. And then take your heels out to the side and get the inside of those pinky toes. And then bring the heels together, getting the inside of those big toes. And then curl the toes at center. Sit all the way back onto those heels. Take your hands, reach around, spread the toes a little bit wider. And then gently press into the toes and the balls of the feet, allowing the knees to slide slightly forward. Feel a little C curve in your lower back. Let's find some breath. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, hands down. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, hands back down. Lean forward, curl those toes, bring the knees together. Sit all the way back onto the heels. Bring your knees up off of the mat. You can use your hands for balance or find a little bit of balance by bringing your hands up off of the mat. And then release back into your tabletop position. Knees are hip width apart. Tops of the feet are pressed in gently on the top of the mat. And then let's protect our wrists. How do you protect your wrists? You protect your wrists in yoga by utilizing that muscle underneath the pinky and the thumb. creating a little bit of space underneath those fingers as you gently press into those fingertips. You might, if you look down at your fingers, see that the fingertips are a little bit white. This is what helps protect the wrists. On your inhale, drop the belly, look up for your first cow pose. Take your hips side to side. And then come to center. At center, you're going to bring your chin into the chest, the belly button into the spine. You're going to bring the hips slightly forward. Feel a cat-like stretch across those shoulder blades as you feel a deep arch across those shoulders. And then inhale, come up into your cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Take it back and forth with your own movement and your own breath. Let's inhale up into our cow pose. On an exhale, move into your cat pose. Pause at the top of your arch. And then come up forward over those wrists. And then press your hips all the way towards the heels. Stay in your cat pose. Feel that stretch. Stay in the cat pose, slowly coming all the way back up. Come up over the wrists. And then send the hips all the way back towards those heels. And then inhale, come back up. Pause. On an inhale, move back into your cow pose. And then back into your cat a couple more times, 2 times for each. And then taking that last cat and leaning back in that tabletop position. Let's give the forearms or the wrists a break. Let's come down onto our forearms, fingers spread wide. We're going to take a dolphin pose. You're going to curl your toes, and you're going to take the hips towards the sky. Walk those toes towards your face. And then, as you look back between your legs, the head and neck are relaxed. Take your heels towards the floor. Maybe gently press away from the forearms to go a little bit deeper. And then we want to take our gaze in between our forearms here, and then you want to melt your heart towards the floor, sending those heels towards the floor at the same time. Come down to the knees, toes together, find a child's pose, third eye to the mat. Gently walk the hands over to the left, leaning into your right shoulder. Gently coming back to center, taking the hands all the way over to the right, leaning into your left shoulder. And then take the hands back to center. Let's walk the hands towards the body. Let's come all the way up to sit in between our heels. If this is in your practice, if this is too much, just come onto the shins and you can just pause right here. If you are able to come down, you can start to move. You can stay right here. It's a beautiful place to stay. Close the eyes. If you want to go back further, you can lift those hips up and then replant them. Come down onto those forearms. Once you're down to those forearms, if it feels good, lift the hips once again and then replant. This might be where you're at. This is another beautiful place to stay. If you want to take full expression of fixed firm hero pose, you can come all the way down, lowering all the way down onto the mat, lift those hips up and replant them. And then one side at a time, mindfully bring the body back up. Come all the way up into your seated position for just a moment. And then let's lean forward. We're going to take those legs back. We're going to stretch out our arms first. So come all the way down onto the belly. We're going to take that left arm out to straight. We're going to take that right arm underneath with the right palm face up and rest your head over that right shoulder. As you inhale, feel that right shoulder expanding like you do with your full body breath. And as you exhale, feel yourself melting into that muscle along the outside of that right arm. Lift the head just slightly and look over your right shoulder. And then come back to center. Release that right arm. Take that right arm out to straight. Take that left arm, threading it underneath the right, left palm face up and resting your head over that left shoulder.
The bigger pot was this size, and it was, they're not even.
And then lift your head just slightly. And then look over your left shoulder here. And then gently come back to center. Release your left arm. Let's take the right ear to the mat. Palms face up next to the body here. Maybe rock the hips side to side and just relax for about 10-15 seconds. Feel the breath, staying out of the thoughts of the mind. Smiling with the body from the inside out. And then gently bring those hands underneath those arms. We're going to gently press the body up into a baby cobra. So as we do, you're going to zip up the legs, press into the tops of those feet. Press into the tops of the feet. Roll the right shoulder, roll the left shoulder, elbows in tight. And then take the crown of the head forward. Feel that resistance in your lower back as you breathe. Lift the chin towards the sky here. Feel that resistance in the lower back. Legs are still zipped up. You're reaching out through those toes. We're going to drop the knees, press into the palms of the hands, slowly come all the way up into a king cobra. Tip your head back. Bend those elbows, slowly lowering all the way down. Once the nose touches the mat, inhale, baby cobra. Make those adjustments. On your exhale, relax the knees and then press into the palms of the hands, coming all the way back up into your king cobra. And then take the knees out to the side, press back into your child's pose, third eye to the mat once again.
So if I did 4 of those, that would work. They have the same color.
And then let's just gently come up. We're going to come up on those knees. We're going to take the right knee forward. You're going to fall onto your right hip, and we're going to take a lazy pigeon here. So point your right toe away, and then square off your hips the best you can. You might need a block or a blanket here in a moment, and you're just going to slowly lower all the way down for your lazy pigeon. And then gently walk the hands towards the body, pausing here. Maybe drop your left hip just slightly, pressing into the top of that left foot, feeling that stretch. And then relax your left leg. Let's come onto that right shin. Place your right heel on that muscle in between the legs, and then you're going to walk the hands towards the body, sitting up nice and straight here. Roll those shoulders back if it feels good. Bring the hands up off of the mat. Maybe tip the head back. Finding a little balance here. Or allow the fingertips to come to the mat to help. And then release. We're going to slowly come forward. Take your right and your left hand on either side of that right knee. You're gonna bend your left knee. You're gonna take your left hand back as you lean into your right palm. Grab that left ankle notch. Once you have it, kick into that left hand. Bring your left shoulder forward as you point your left toe towards the sky as you kick at the same time. And then gently release, coming forward. Fall onto your right hip. What we're going to do now is take full expression of pigeon. So you're going to bring your right foot all the way forward. What you want to do is line up your right ankle with your right knee. Now, a lot of us will be leaning over to the right, so we need to square off those hips. So for me today, I need to press into my right palm to bring my right thigh up. You're going to take a block or blanket or a pillow long ways underneath that right thigh, still keeping that right knee and that right ankle in alignment. And then you're just going to gently melt over that right leg here and breathe here in your pigeon pose. This is really good for sciatica if you have sciatica. And you can play with this a little bit by pressing into the top of your left foot, bringing your left knee up if you want. Just relaxing it down after a couple of breaths. And then let's just gently walk the hands towards the body. Pause for just a moment. Take that prop off to the side. You're going to gently take that right leg back. Walk the hands forward. And then let's press into that right toe, the right ball of the foot as you reach out through your right heel. Maybe drop that right hip just slightly. And then take your right foot over your left foot. Reach out through that right heel, drop your right hip here deeply. Feel that stretch, go as close to the floor as you can. Maybe come to the outside of that right foot. And then come back to center. We're going to come all the way down. Bring the right ear to the mat, palms face up next to the body, and just feel that space that you created in that right leg. It should feel slightly longer than the left. Just breathe. And then bring the hands underneath those shoulders, and we'll gently peel ourselves up off of the mat. As we do, stay where you're at. I'm going to turn around, and we're going to take that left knee forward for that lazy pigeon on the opposite side. So fall off onto your left hip, point that left toe away, and then square off those hips. Once you have them squared, allow yourself to lower yourself all the way back down towards the floor. And then gently walk the hands back towards the body, pausing here, sitting up straight, maybe pressing into the top of that right foot, maybe squeeze your right glute, drop your right hip if that feels good. And then let's take that lazy pigeon. We're gonna come onto the top of that left shin, placing our left heel on that muscle in between the legs, and then lowering yourself all the way down for that lazy pigeon or sleeping pigeon here. Stay focused with the breath. Stay continuing to practice staying out of the thoughts of the mind. When the mind starts to wander, just check it. Come back to center. And then gently walk the hands towards the body. Coming into that king pigeon here, you can stay right here with those hands on the mat for balance, or you can roll those shoulders back, continue using the hands for balance, or bring them up off of the mat, finding a little bit of balance here, maybe resting the head in between those shoulder blades. And then gently releasing forward. As you do, those hands on either side of that left knee. And then we're going to bend our right knee, point that right toe towards the sky. Take your right hand around to grab onto that ankle notch and then kick into your right hand. Keep your right toe pointed towards the sky. Maybe squeeze your right glute. Drop your right hip if that feels good. Release, coming forward, falling onto that left side. We're going to take full expression of pigeon here. So bring that left foot up. We're lining up the left ankle with the left knee. We're taking that block long ways underneath that left thigh. And then you're going to square off those hips the best you can. And then gently lower down over that left leg, taking those deep breaths, opening up that psoas on that left leg. And then gently walk the hands back towards the body. Just pause here for just a minute.
This is usually the sun here.
And then let's gently release the prop off to the side. We're going to take that left leg back gently. Walk the hands forward. Press into that left toe and the left ball of the foot, reaching out through that left heel. Maybe dropping the left hip if that feels good. And then you're going to take your left foot over your right. Press into the toe and the ball of the foot as you reach out through that left heel. Drop your left hip towards the floor, going deep, feeling that stretch. And then release back to center. Bring that left ear all the way to the floor. Palms face down next to the body. Rock the hips side to side. And just breathe. And then bring your chin towards the mat. Let's bend one knee at a time. Keep the toes pointed. Bring the big toes together. Take the hands back and grab onto your ankle notches. Once you have them, if you can't reach your ankles, just reach back. If you have your ankles, on an inhalation, you're going to kick, moving into a floor bow. Taking the toes towards the sky. And allow your body to rock back and forth with your breath. Release all the way down, hands underneath the shoulders. Press back gently into your child's pose, third eye to the mat once again. And then gently walk the hands towards the body, come around onto your back, bring the knees into your chest, give yourself a hug, make little circles to the left and the right on the lower back. And then let's take our left leg out to straight. Swing your right leg around in the hip joint. Right hand, right knee, left hand, right ankle. Pull that right knee deep to that right armpit. Shoulder blades are flat to the mat. Flex your left foot towards your face. As you squeeze the muscle to the bone in the left leg, toes towards the face, reaching out through that left heel. The whole body's engaged. So if you put my hand behind your head, I could tip you up into a standing position. Relax your left leg.
Take your left hand on your right knee as you pull it across the body. Right hand goes out to the side as you look over your right shoulder. As you inhale, feel the body expanding out. As you exhale, relax your right hip and your right knee towards the floor, allowing you to go deeper. Come back to center. Take the right leg out to straight. Swing the left leg around in the hip joint. Left hand, left knee, right hand, left ankle. Pull deep into that left armpit. Shoulder blades flat to the mat. Dip the chins just slightly. Flex your right foot towards your face as you bring the right heel up off the mat, squeezing the muscle to the bone in the right leg and the right glute. The whole body is engaged. Feel it. And then relax the right leg. Right hand finds that left knee. As you pull it across the body, left hand goes out to the side. As you look over your left shoulder. As you exhale, relax your left hip joint to go deeper. Bring the knees into the chest. Give yourself a hug. Make little circles to the left and the right on the lower back. We're going to bring those heels close to the glutes. We're going to take the palms face down next to the body. Squeeze the glutes as you press the hips towards the sky. Roll one shoulder at a time underneath you. Walk the heels closer if that's in your practice. As you squeeze the glutes and press up through the hips. Come up high off of those heels. Squeeze the glutes. Press up through the hips. Lower the heels towards the floor. Lift the toes and the balls of the feet up. Squeeze the glutes. Press up through the hips. Gently release all the way down, one vertebra at a time. Bring the knees back into the chest, giving yourself that hug once again. And then bring the heels close to the glutes. We'll bring the bottoms of the feet together for a lying butterfly with the flats of the feet together. You're going to press the heels firmly together. When you press the heels firmly together, feel the glutes engage. Feel that resistance on the inner thighs and the glutes, and then relax it fully and completely. Maybe taking the hands and tapping the knees side to side. Palms face up underneath the thighs, and just relax. Feel the breath. Feel how good the body feels from our practice so far. If it feels good, gently press the heels together and then just slide the feet forward about 4 or 5 inches. Pause, relax. Allow the knees to melt towards the floor. If you want more of a resistance, you can place the hands on the inner thighs. Hands underneath the knees, helping bring the knees back together. Walk the heels close to the glutes. And then with the heels or the sides, the insides of the feet touching, take your right hand out to the side. Take your left hand on that right knee and just slide the body over to the left. Drop your right shoulder. Come back to center. Take that left hand to help bring the knees back together. Left hand goes out. Right hand finds the left knee and just melting over to that right side. Maybe dropping your left shoulder. Come back to center. Bring the knees into the chest. Give yourself a hug. Little circles to the left and to the right. For our inversion today, we're just going to take an easy dead bug. So take the legs up to the sky, bend the knees just slightly, bring the palms up in front of you, and just allow the fingertips to zombie here. Feel the energy from the fingertips and those toes, maybe connecting with that tingling sensation, and feel it pouring into the toes and the feet, or the toes and the fingers, and then into the foot and the hands, and then down the arms and the legs, into your heart center, into those roots where the back's connected. On your way down from your dead bug, bring the knees into the underarms, grab those toes. Let's take a happy baby. Press the lower back into the mat, dip the chin just slightly. And just breathe. And then gently release, bring the knees into the chest, give yourself a hug, make little circles to the left and the right, and then make any movements that you feel like your body needs before we come into our final resting space of Shavasana for complete and total relaxation. I'm gonna see if I can get the music to work for our meditation. It might and it might not. Yikes. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can get our ohms going for our meditation. Let's see. Nope, my phone's not working. So we're just gonna go through the meditation. So if you wanna come down onto your mat into a comfortable position, I like to be on my back. Take the palms face up next to the body. Let's take 3 breaths together here. Inhaling through the nose. After that last breath, just scan the body and see if there's any resistance and just release it. As we move into our meditation, start to reconnect with your visualization that we started with the white light. Now feeling those roots below you like a tree, at the backs of the legs, the back of the arms and the center of the body. Feel them at the pressure point on the back of the hands, the pressure point on the back of the heels, the back of the head. Take that line and reconnect it from the base of the spine, connect it to that pelvic bone, and take that line all the way down around the earth's core, reconnecting with the earth's core, allowing for grounding and allowing for that opportunity to connect with our earth below us. Remember that that earth below us, along with our visualization, is just energy holding that planetary vibration of our earth, our home. With each inhalation, you're drawing up that white light and energy up through those pressure points, filling the body up fully and completely, cleansing, purging, and purifying to the gene, core, cell level. As you breathe that earth energy and that life into the body, breathing it into the outer layers of the skin and beyond through the aura, and then feeling it on the exhalation, layer by layer, as it melts down through the body. As you send it out through those pressure points, into those roots, down that line around the earth's core. As you breathe it back up through the body once again. Doing that 3 times together here. Feel that tingling sensation of the energy throughout the body. Feel the cleansing, purging, and purifying effects as we move through our meditation, and feel those brain wavelengths changing. Also, as we work on our beings, know that we are helping change all of consciousness for the better. Allow yourself the opportunity to go deep into your meditation, leaving the sounds of wherever you're at behind, going inward, staying out of the thoughts of the mind, always bringing the awareness back to the breath and the feel of the body to bring you. Look through the skins of the eyes, see and feel the shape of your body lit up with the brightest of whitest lights. Taking your awareness down around that earth's core, breathing it up that line into those roots, breathing into the outer layers of the skin and beyond through the aura, and then feeling it on the exhalation, layer by layer, as it melts down through the body. As you send it out through those pressure points into those roots, down that line around the earth's core, as you breathe it back up through the body once again. Take the white light like you would take a sparkler on the 4th of July and create what appears to be full circles of light as you take it in a circular motion around the base of the thumb, and then the forefinger, the middle finger, the ring finger, and the pinky finger. Feel the white light spinning round and round at the wrists, at the elbows, at the shoulders, at the neck, around the heart, around the crown of the head, around the third eye. Feel the white light spinning round and round at the waist, round and round at the top of the leg where it connects at the pelvic bone, at the knee, at the ankle. Feel the white light spinning round and round the big toe, the second toe, the third toe, the fourth toe, and the pinky toe. Feel the energy below you, that vibration of our earth. And allow yourself the opportunity to dim the lines of where the physical body is connected to the earth energy, and allowing them to become one as we move into our color meditation. Taking a deep breath in, once again breathing into the outer layers of the skin and beyond through the aura, feeling it on the exhalation, layer by layer, as it melts down through the body. As you send it out through those pressure points into those roots, down that line around the earth's core, as you breathe it back up through the body once again. Take your awareness to the first chakra, located in between the legs at the base of the spine. As you bring your awareness into this space, feel that tingling sensation on the energy on that muscle in between the legs. Feel it expanding out like a bursting star or a bursting sun. As you ignite the color red, the color of the first chakra, seeing it through the skins of the eyes here, taking a deep breath in, breathing into the outer layers of the skin and beyond through the aura, feeling it on the exhalation, layer by layer, as it melts down through the body. As you send it out through those pressure points into those roots, down that line around the earth's core, as you breathe it back up through the body once again. Feel that energy in this space at the base of the spine, the brightest of reddest colors. Know that this is where, in our first chakra, is where we master our body, where we ground and find our individuality, our security, and our stillness. And this is where we hold those opportunities of courage and patience. The opportunity of courage to speak your truth and to live your authentic life, and to do it without the acceptance or permission of another. The courage to move forward into new earth energy, leaving old earth energy behind, knowing that it did not serve us. Knowing that new earth is taking us more into unity, community, love, interconnectivity. We are ascending. Have the courage to do so. And then allow yourself the opportunity of patience. Patience with finding the courage to make these decisions. Patience with moving into your ascension and your higher enlightenment. Patience with others as you move throughout your day, remembering that everybody's coming from a different level of consciousness, a different level of learning. Know that everybody on this planet is suffering in some way, shape, or form, offering patience, love, compassion, and understanding. Breathe. Without moving, feel the arms and the legs, the hands and the feet. And then feel that energy at the first chakra starting to rise up from the first chakra up into the second chakra located just below the belly button and igniting the color orange here. Seeing the color orange through the skins of the eyes, taking a deep breath in, breathing into the outer layers of the skin and beyond through the aura, feeling it on the exhalation layer by layer as it melts down through the body, as you send it out through those pressure points into those roots, down that line around the earth's core, as you breathe it back up through the body once again. Feel that orange glow at the second chakra, cleansing the space, releasing any blockages or dis-ease within the intestines and the internal organs. Feel that energy here. Know that this is where we give and receive. This is where we hold health, family, and tolerance. This is where we create and assimilate to new ideas. Feel the energy in this space below the belly button. Without moving, feel the arms and the legs, the hands and the feet. And then feel the energy rising up from that first chakra, the color red, located in between the legs at the base of the spine, into the second chakra below the belly button, the color orange. And then rising up the center, the core of the body, up the spine, as it rises up into the third chakra, igniting the color yellow, located at the sternum. If you've ever looked into the sun and looked away, bring that same brightness and intensity into this space as you take a deep breath in and breathe it into the outer layers of the skin and beyond through the aura, feeling it on the exhalation, layer by layer, as it melts down through the body, as you send it out through those pressure points into those roots, down that line around the earth's core, as you breathe it back up through the body once again. Feel that energy purging this space, knowing that this is where we hold our will and our personal power. This is where we awaken and transform, where we hold our humor, our laughter, and our own immortality, and reminding yourself here that you are immortal as you are part of that infinite energy that is, was, and will be. And remembering once again that energy never dies, it only changes its vibration or form to allow for different experiences, just like that, from a larva into a caterpillar and into a butterfly. Breathe. Without moving, feel the arms and the legs and the hands and the feet. Feel that energy rising up the center of the core of the body in the color red, the color orange, the color yellow, and then rising up into the heart center, igniting the color green, bursting the heart open, exploding the heart open with the brightest of greenest colors. Feel the heart expanding, feel the love expanding through your being, past what appears to be the physical limitations of the body and beyond into all of consciousness. As you see the color green through the skins of the eyes here, taking a deep breath in, breathing into the outer layers of the skin and beyond through the aura, feeling it on the exhalation, layer by layer, as it melts down through the body, as you send it out through those pressure points into those roots, down that line around the earth's core, as you breathe it back up through the body once again. Feel the energy moving into your heart center. This is where we hold divine and unconditional love, forgiveness, kindness, and compassion. And we show these things to ourselves first before we can authentically share them with another. This is where we balance, hold root consciousness, and our oneness with life. Breathe. Without moving, feel the arms and the legs and the hands and the feet. Feel the energy opening up the heart. Feel the green light protruding from the heart up into the universe up above and sending it from the back deep into the earth. Feel that energy rising up the center of the core of the body as it ignites the red, the orange, the yellow, the green, rising up into the throat center, igniting the color baby blue. Feel the energy on the sides and the back of the neck. See the color baby blue through the skins of the eyes. Taking a deep breath in, breathing it into the outer layers of the skin and beyond through the aura, feeling it on the exhalation, layer by layer, as it melts down through the body. As you send it out through those pressure points into those roots, down that line around the earth's core. As you breathe it back up through the body once again. Feel that energy clearing the space for a clear voice, for a clear communication. This is where we speak our peace, our truth, our wisdom and our knowledge. And we choose to do it with honesty, reliability, gentleness, and kindness at all times.
What?
Never underestimate the power of your kind word as it moves through all of consciousness. Knowing that your kind word may keep a person from harming themselves or harming another, that your kindness may bring a person from a sleeping state into a more aware and awakened state. Breathe. Without moving, feel the arms and the legs, the hands and the feet. Feel the energy rising up the center of the core of the body, up the spine as it ignites the color red, orange, yellow, green, baby blue, rising up into the third eye, igniting the color indigo. Take the awareness of the breath to the top of the nose, breathing into the third eye here. Feel a lightheadedness as you redirect that breath into the brain, bringing fresh oxygen, igniting the color indigo, breathing it into the outer layers of the skin and beyond through the aura, feeling it on the exhalation, layer by layer, as it melts down through the body. As you send it out through those pressure points into those roots, down that line around the earth's core, as you breathe it back up through the body once again. Feel that stream of energy and indigo light from the third eye, sending it out through the forehead, out into the universe, sending it through the brain, cleansing the pineal gland as it bathes in the center of the stream of energy, out through the out through that pressure point on the back of the head. This is where we hold our spiritual will, our clairvoyance, concentration, and peace of mind. This is where we hold our intuition, our true voice, and not the workings of the mind. And this is where we hold our imagination that created New Earth, the imagination that created our new life paths, our imagination that is awakening us, our imagination that creates our best life. Breathe. Without moving, feel the arms and the legs, the hands and the feet. Feel the body healing from the inside out. Feel that stream of energy at the third eye opening. And then feel the energy at the first chakra moving up the center of the core of the body, up the spine as it ignites the red, the orange, the yellow, the green, the baby blue, the indigo, and the violet in the crown of the head. See the color violet spinning around at the crown of the head like a halo. Seeing it through the skins of the eyes, breathing it into the outer layers of the skin and beyond through the aura, feeling it on the exhalation, layer by layer, as it melts down through the body. As you send it out through those pressure points into those roots, down that line around the earth's core, as you breathe it back up through the body once again. Feel that energy at the crown of the head, feel it in the hair follicles. This is where we hold the unification of the higher self with our human personality, our oneness with the infinite, which we are, for there is no separation one from another. There is no greater than, there is no less than, there just is energy, all the same, fragmented out, experiencing itself in different forms of vibration. This is where we hold our wisdom, selfless service, and our continuity of consciousness. Breathe. Without moving, feel the arms and the legs, the hands and the feet. As you look through the skins of the eyes, see and feel the shape of the body lit up with the brightest of whitest lights as it continues to cleanse, purge, and purify throughout your day. See the rainbow moving down the center of the body. The color red at the base of the spine, orange below the belly button, yellow at the sternum, green at the heart, baby blue at the throat, indigo at the third eye, and violet at the crown of the head. The reason why we all connect with the rainbow in the sky is it already resides within our being. As you look through the skins of the eyes and you see and feel the shape of the body lit up with the brightest of whitest lights, with the rainbow down the center of the body, the roots below you like a tree, that line that goes down around the earth's core, connected to our earth here. On your next deep breath in, breathe the spiritual visualization out of the physical body. Feel it at that pause at the top of the breath. And on the exhalation, feel your spiritual visualization separate from your physical being as the physical body melts into itself layer by layer, grounding even further into the earth. And then on your next deep breath in, breathe into the outer layers of the skin and beyond through the aura, grabbing back onto your spiritual visualization and melting the two back together, layer by layer. Breathe. 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 Observe. Feel the presence. Observe the silence of the mind. Observe the sounds and the silence around you. Observe the body, and as the energy moves through it, a different sensation. Now, without using your mind to come back into a more aware and awakened state, feel the body and see how the body chooses to manifest itself back into a more aware and awakened state. That may look and feel like wiggling the fingers and the toes. Maybe moving into a stretch. Maybe it's simply opening the eyes and allowing the body to wake up around the eyes. And then when you're ready, slowly walking one heel at a time towards the glutes and gently coming over to your left or your right hand side, and just pause in that fetal position. Take a moment and honor this position, as this is the position we came into this lifetime in, and this is how we'll go forward until our next practice, having cleansed, purged, and purified our bodies to the gene core cell level, having released those blockages and dis-ease. Take a moment, show gratitude to all those things that we take for granted. Our breath, the ability with our freedom to move about this planet without a mask, transportation, infrastructure, essential workers. Take a moment and show gratitude to the physical body and all of its workings, the skin, the heart, the liver, the lungs, the brain, the breath. Take a minute and show gratitude to all of those things working in unison, known and unknown to us outside of the physical body, the sun and the moon and the stars, the space in between and this earth, knowing that all of those elements are in our water, are in our food. We come from the stars. We live the universe. We are the universe. Show special gratitude to this earth, our home, that needs our attention and our love. And then when you're ready, slowly coming up into a seated position, bringing your hands to your heart center. Let's take a deep breath together, inhaling through the nose, exhaling out the mouth, letting it go. On all planes of consciousness, in any and all dimensions, in the north, south, east, west, above, below, and within, around everything that ever was, everything that is, and everything that will be. We cast the rings past not of air, of earth, of fire, of metal, of wood, of water, and of spirit. May that which comes to us, may that which comes from us, and may that which comes through us
May it always be the all zone, pure love, truth, life, light, and wholeness. We are all one held in the infinite living mind of the all, and there is no separation one from another. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti means peace, peace, peace. Namaste means the inner light in me honors and sees the inner light in you. Namaste. Yay. Everybody go out, show some love. Enjoy this beautiful hot weather that we're having here in Boise. Put a smile on your face. Remember who you truly are. Love you. Namaste.